Hey, thanks, Jamie. We're so excited to be here. Terry, just come on up here. I'm doing the presentation today, but without my lovely wife, I couldn't make any of this happen. And she's my biggest fan and my biggest support. And we do work together. We do the work this business together. And so Terry and I toured the U.S. last week, and it was a great opportunity for me to sit down with some of the people that I haven't seen for years, and they are now part of our team. So I'm excited about that. And when I was talking to Dean, we were talking about the presentation and some of the things that we had in the old company that I thought, am I good to share?
Yeah.
That I thought were the old companies were actually something that he designed. So I was excited to know that. So I'm going to talk about that today. And so Hinak's going to help me get this slide up. And we're going to talk about how we deal with our clients. What is it that we do? How do we help clients? How do we move forward with our business to make sure that we're doing the right thing for every single client? And I built a business basically in the first parts of my career, being very client-centered and not building a business-centered. And now it's exciting that we are also building a business. We've been on so many trips and things based on personal production. And I want to make sure that that now becomes based on building a team and duplicating myself. So I'm going to talk about what we do that's right for clients. And I'm going to talk about the 6 steps. This is what most clients face now, and maybe even each and every one of us face this confusion with what's going on in the world, what we need to do with our investments, our RSPs, our mortgages, especially this year, and most importantly, what about our debt and our family? And so let's talk about the 6 steps that we have that drive us towards financial freedom. And so listen up. So the first one is this: cash flow. Is cash flow important? So I was always taught that money isn't everything, but I believe that it's right up there with oxygen. You just can't live without cash flow. And if you don't have the cash flow, you just fall further and further behind. So what we do is we help our clients manage their money. Where is their money going? They get to take a look and see if there's any holes in their money bucket that it's flooding out of. And we can help them plug those holes so that they can build a strong financial house. Our next step is making sure that people have the proper insurance. As I look back over my life, the number one principle that we have always taught is have a great foundation. Have a great foundation in building your financial house. And that is protecting your biggest asset. So what is your biggest asset? Your biggest asset is the ability to earn income, your ability to help your family. And how do we cover that? With all the insurance ideas and products that we have. And we present that as we go through to our client. Then, of course, it's important as well to have an emergency fund. Does anything ever go wrong on the way to anywhere? It does. It does. My wife just walked in the room the other day and she said, today, just 2 minutes ago, and says, going down Deerfoot Trail and a truck just put a rock through our windshield. So where does that money come from? Well, that comes from an emergency fund so that we're not digging ourselves deeper and deeper into debt, but we can just pull cash and put a new windshield on, or maybe we have some other things that go wrong in our lives. I know one of my clients just said her furnace just died on them. And so things like that make a difference. And that's where an emergency fund is important. Then, of course, we want to help people have a debt plan. So a debt plan is not a plan to get into debt. It's a plan to get out of debt. And so that's what we do. We help people get out of debt. Debt left unmanaged will grow and absorb all your cash flow. So that is something that we need to be helping our clients with every single day, making sure that they're not getting deeper and deeper into the debt. If you think about it, we can do a debt snowball. So we pay off those high interest credit cards. A lot of times you can tie some of the higher interest of 29% into a mortgage, into a line of credit so that we can decrease that. What we do for clients when we put the whole thing together is phenomenal and can make a huge difference in their lives. And Jamie just announced about Debt Medic. Worst case scenario, that's where we end up. In the worst case scenario, we can come have Debt Medic help some of our clients get out of there. Our next one is have an investment plan. Have a strategy to build your investments. The biggest thing about investing is just to start. Even if it's $50 a month, just start. And getting your clients in the habit of saving some money so that they build a future for themselves and their family, so that these investments can grow and they become very worthwhile to them as they get closer and closer to a retirement. And then, of course, it's not just about building money. It's about how do I get my money out at the end of the day? What is my exit strategy? So many banks and other financial institutions are based on building the wealth, but they have no plan on the client getting the money out of the investment portfolios that they're in. We do that. We do that every single day by using the strategies that we have that make a difference so that people can relax when they retire, so that they can have the money that they need. And that's a wonderful place to be. Then the last one, of course, is estate planning. If you go all this trouble throughout your entire life to build your nest egg, your worth, how do you pass that to your family? You got to make sure that the government isn't your number one beneficiary. You want to bypass probate. In some province, that's a big deal. In Alberta, it's not a huge deal. Our probate is fairly inexpensive. But you want to pay the least amount of taxes when you have an estate plan and you pass that off to your beneficiaries, your family, those that you love. You want those that you love to have it, not the government. So that's what we do. We do that every single day. We are helping families. You know, we've talked a lot today about building teams. What we do is help families, and we help them build a financial plan. We are changing lives one step at a time, one client at a time, and making a difference. That's why we're growing. We are making a difference in the families that we serve and that we help every single day.